developer path. Okay, thank you everyone for joining today. Welcome to Letterkenny Island Developers Group, and thank you for all the people who are joining us live on YouTube. So today we'll talk about Salesforce. We'll do some introduction to Salesforce. Okay, I'm Nishant Singh Pamar. I'm the community group leader for Letterkenny Developers Group. I'm also a solution architect working at Dell. I have in past worked as developer, consultant, admin, all the roles I have played throughout my 8 years of experience. You can follow me on Twitter at Nishant Force. Reach out to nishantforce.com for all the blogs which I write on the admin certification preparation and all other content. I'm certified 13x certified Trailhead Ranger. I love music and play guitar for an hobby. So today's quick agenda, we'll talk about introduction to Salesforce. What are the various programming stack in Salesforce? What is the current Salesforce economy growth? What we are seeing at the moment, Trailhead and Trailblazer community, what it is. And then we'll also see some learning path and resources, how to start on the journey if you are starting to learn Salesforce. Then we have some discussion about what to do after admin certification, what are other pathways after admin certification, and if somebody wants to switch from admin to developer kind of a role, how should they pick into it, and what are the various options there as well, and what you should have as a basic knowledge when you move into those kind of skills. Now, last again, these are the two for only the in-person participants. It's not for the live stream, but we'll have some pizza swags. We'll do some networking. And then we also have a Trailblazer hoodie challenge, which will sign up today. And we are doing the next session on 25th of September, where we will give away this prize, who win the challenge. Okay, so because introduction to Salesforce, when I was back in India, I did another live stream as well as session in Udaipur, which was focused on Salesforce as a career. How should you take up a career in Salesforce, which I talked about in detail. So this is the link to the YouTube channel, LKSF videos and LKSF UD. You can go to this link. You can check out this recording. It is in detail, talks about how to start your career as Salesforce. But today we'll in brief also talk about what is Salesforce and the introduction to Salesforce. So what is Salesforce? Salesforce is a cloud computing company. Its focus is on the CRM core, the CRM's customer relationship management. We'll just quickly see a quick video on that as well. Now, it was founded in 1999 by Mark Benioff, and currently it has turnover of 26 billion, 150,000 customers, and 73,000 employees. And basically, it's the #1 CRM company at the moment, which is in demand. And most of the jobs and skills are coming in Salesforce. So it's a good skill to have when you are trying to maybe switch to an IT career, or you are into an IT career trying to make a switch into your profile. Okay. Now we'll have a quick video. What is CRM? Just for a refresher for everybody, in a funny or picturization way, Salesforce has done.
What is CRM? Good question. CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management. It's technology that helps you keep track of everything about your customers and your potential customers so you can build great relationships with them. CRM used to be all about sales, but not anymore. CRM is for every department, sales, but also marketing, service, commerce, and IT too. A great CRM helps you do amazing things. It centralizes all your important important customer information and company data in one place. So your teams have the right information to deliver the easy, connected experiences customers expect. Take Carol here. Carol owns a network of scooter dealerships. She has a lot of customers. We just met one, Celeste. Yesterday, Celeste configured the scooter of her dreams 43 times. And because Carol has CRM, her marketing team knew it, which is why Celeste just received an automated email that got her off her couch and into a dealership to take a test drive. When Celeste arrives, the scooter's already waiting for her, along with some accessories the sales team knows Celeste is gonna love. Next thing you know, Celeste is buying herself a scooter, a snazzy helmet, and some really nice accessories. But it's not just sales and marketing who know Celeste. Thanks to Carol's CRM, every department knows her because every team has one shared view of Celeste and all her information. Before she's even made it back to her couch, service has already sent her tips to help her care for her scooter. Marketing uses built-in AI to predict what Celeste likes and suggest more great additions. Commerce uses the same insights to create an entire storefront customized just for her. And IT builds apps that connect her to an entire community of fellow scooter lovers. Friendship and love follow. Brand love, that is. Along the way, Carol's CRM just keeps getting smarter and more helpful, serving up actionable analytics for everyone at Carol's dealership, which makes Carol's employees happier and helps them surprise and delight Celeste again and again. The right CRM helps businesses focus on customers and unites everyone with one shared goal. Make Celeste, or whoever your customer is, happy.
So basically, CRM is all about bringing the customers together with the company, having a great relationship with the company. So they want a connected experience. Everybody wants a connected experience. Like we want to see our company respond to us wherever we are maybe buying or purchasing something. We want them to know in advance that what we are looking for, and we get those AI suggestions. We want to get those AI enabled marketing updates that this is what I'm currently looking for, and so on. So that kind of connected experience is required with the CRM application, which is what brings all those different connected products together and gives the sense of connectivity for that end customer. And for that, we have all the various artificial intelligence, blockchain, community groups, and the AI voice. All these features are embedded into the Salesforce platform from within, which we can leverage and build those applications to help the customers. So the customer 360 platform is something which Salesforce has built, which revolves around the customer. Everything, all the sales, services, marketing, all the applications which you see, they are centered toward the customer, and you have all the features enabled in the platform to help the customer get more insights and integrate with all these different applications and give a seamless experience. Okay, now I'll talk about the Salesforce platform layers. Basically, it starts at the multi-tenant architecture. So the core of the Salesforce platform is a multi-tenant architecture, which is shared across various orgs. So all the companies are sharing a common environment, which is the multi-tenant environment, and they rely by some rules which they need to rely so that nobody is over consuming anything. And then on top of it, you have the data services like Thunder, CRM data platform, all the various to store data differently. And then on top of it, you have the AI layer, which is called Einstein in Salesforce, which gives you all the capabilities like machine learning, language processing, all those capabilities which you can write within in the platform. So you have the features. You don't need to write any code for it. You can just directly plug and play and use those features on the top of the platform. And on the topmost is the lightning layer, which is where we admins and developer mostly work on, where we are trying to build different applications to take leverage of all the below data and the processing which Salesforce is doing for us, and then we use those different out of the box applications like sales, service, marketing. You have App Exchange where various developers build their own applications and host it on the App Exchange. You can install those applications in the customer org and get benefit of it. And then if you see, all these together makes Salesforce as a really great solution whenever we are trying to implement for CRM and all those technology. Okay, some brands which you know are already being powered by Salesforce, like if you see on the luxury Adidas, merchandise, Walmart, Starbucks, Amazon, all of these big companies which are already using Salesforce for their CRM application. And I think it's grown most into the large companies. Now it's even the smaller and mid-scale companies which are also adopting Salesforce. And definitely there will be a lot of new additional of the roles and scope when they happen. Okay, so just talking about what are the low-code features we have in Salesforce for implementing. So you can start building the application without any coding, just from scratch, using a lot of low-code tools like you have Schema Builder to build up your whole data model. So you don't need to write anything for the database. You can just use Schema Builder, drag and drop custom fields, objects into a pan, and it will create the whole data model for you, relationships between those objects. Then you have dynamic forms, so you can design the UI pages, screens. That all you can do with dynamic forms. You can just drag and drop various fields, components, custom components which you have built, integrate them with the out of the box standard components. And then you get Flow Builder, which is for your business process automation, where you can automate the business process logic without writing any code. So you can iterate over various data elements, loop through it, create various records, delete, send emails, post chatter, all of the automation which you may think of. I think everything is now possible with flows, where you can even integrate with other applications using Swagger schemas. So it has given a lot of power to the admins. They can write and build the application without even writing any piece of code, and which is great. But again, it comes with a lot of responsibility. You have to write those code considering that it is something low code. It's not code, but it is low code, because in the backend somewhere there would be some code which is running if you write these flows, process builder. So they have to be written in such a way that they don't break the system, because again, you are putting all these on cloud. You are on a shared space working with everybody else. You don't need to over consume the resources so that it breaks the whole org. Okay, so we also have options of programming and the development into the Salesforce platform. So it started with initially S Control, which was in 1999. So this was just basic HTML and JavaScript. We can embed it how we embed JavaScript and HTML into a existing page using the page markup, right? So that was the previous way, where the standard Salesforce screen were there. On top of it, you could embed some HTML, JavaScript using the page markup, manipulating the DOM. So that was the initial way of doing it. But then everybody thought it's riskier. So then it moved into Visualforce, where you got the specific markup built by Salesforce, which is a proprietary custom framework which they wrote, which was then, when you write those Visualforce tags which get rendered on the screen as HTML tags later. So it gets compiled and then converted into HTML. That was Visualforce. Then came the Aura component. So Aura component was more of again another framework, like a JavaScript framework, which uses more of HTML, CSS, JavaScript framework, which Salesforce built proprietary. So it had a lot of components which were built by Salesforce for integration and everything. And then that was pretty much good for initially converting the applications into single page applications and mobile friendly, all that. But then it came like the need for having an application or a programming language which is more integratable, more generic, which is using all the standards, web component standards, which came as Lightning Web Components. So it follows all the ES6 standards and web standards. So it has less of the framework. Framework is just like some libraries which are used to connect to the database. But other than that, it's pure JavaScript and CSS, which you have to write, and standard HTML tags, markups, which you use to reference the templates. But you don't write any tags which are Salesforce specific, which cannot be rendered on any website or outside Salesforce. Now these LWC components are very using web standards, so they can be interchangeably used on anywhere else. You can expose them outside the Salesforce environment as well, just to connect to Salesforce and use those components. So the LWC is now very open source, and you can even write it for any web development, anything you want. It's not connected or tightly connected to Salesforce. And then for everything of these, on the back end, you write Apex, which is again a proprietary language by Salesforce, which uses Java on the core, and it has all the libraries on top of it, which you have to maybe little bit interfaces, which they have provided out of the box, which we can learn through and use it. Okay, good question. Why to learn Salesforce? So Salesforce economy is growing very rapidly, and the projections of the jobs and the revenue market is huge. So like if you see in America, we have around about 1.6 million jobs to be created by 2025, and revenue to be generated is 634 billion. So it's huge amount of projections we have for the job and revenue market for Salesforce. So definitely, if you are in this space, you would also grow, you would also get some good hike, good increment, all those kind of things, right? If we see these numbers, these are for overall global numbers, but if you just go next, we have numbers for Ireland. So for Ireland, the numbers projected by IDC is 19,000, around 20,000 around jobs by 2026, and 5.8 billion GDP impact. So that's great number to have, just for us to think of why we should come and learn Salesforce. Is it really good? It's going to give a scope. Definitely, yes, I feel so. And that's what the numbers also say. And again, you have a lot of good community and skills people around there in Salesforce to help you grow, learn, and get into the speed. So definitely, you have a lot of Trailblazers onboarded, 10 million Trailblazers since 2022 into the environment. So we have a lot of people who can help you grow into this Salesforce Ohana. It's just number for India as well. So a lot of people joining from YouTube live stream. So the numbers for India are again huge. You have good 66 billion impact of revenue, and then you have around crore of millions of jobs. So that's great number again for India. These are the various roles which generally come up when you talk about Salesforce career. So you have roles as a Salesforce administrator, architect, developer, consultant. So these four are very core, very important roles, which will definitely be there on the IT side. Then other than IT, you have a lot of marketing, service, sales. So the people who actually going to use Salesforce, that also should grow, right? So people in the company also, you would use Salesforce. So if you are in a company, you are part of sales team, service team, if you know Salesforce, it's great addition to you that you know the platform on which you are going to help the customer. So it's good for the sales and service careers also. But for IT, if you talk about, these four are the very core. So you start with as an administrator, learn the basics, you move into either consultant or developer. Consultants are more focused on helping the customer how to implement, developers are more focused on how to implement actually in the system, and then architects are who are overlooking everything and making sure everything goes aligned and not breaking anything which in the bigger picture. Okay, now how to learn Salesforce? Very easy. You just need to sign up to Trailhead. Trailhead is a great platform out of the box given by Salesforce, free of the cost, where you have enormous amount of modules, learning badges, and it's great tool to learn easily Salesforce. Like anybody can learn Salesforce if they have just signed up to Trailhead, I feel so. And you just need to give your time. That's what it's needed. If you go on Trailhead and go through those modules, it's definitely achievable. What's so special about Trailhead, which I feel is the Trailhead has a lot of good content. Plus, it has a way of gamified experience. Like you go on Trailhead, you get badges, you get points. So that feel when you do you learn something, you get some profile, you build up your profile, and that profile helps you get jobs as well. So that profile is something you can showcase that you have that knowledge, you have learned all these different modules, you have learned all these super badges, these are the skills you have. Then you can do certifications that also come on your Trailhead profile. So you build up your Trailhead profile, which you can showcase when you are in the Salesforce market. So it's a great way to go and learn Trailhead on Salesforce. And these are the various Trailblazer ranks. So it starts with Scout, Hiker, Explorer, Adventurer, Mountaineer, Expeditioner, and Ranger. So these are the various ranks you can achieve through, and once you reach ranger, it's again like you can do 2x ranger, 3x ranger, like that. So keep on doing 100 badges and you keep on growing as a ranger. And the last part but not least, it's like hands-on skills. You can spin up a Salesforce org from Trailhead, and then you can do the hands-on challenge there. So you have to just open up a new environment from Trailhead, you do hands-on there, and then solve the problem. So it gives you hands-on experience on top of just the reading material you have. So it's great addition that it gives you hands-on also there on the Trailhead. Okay, about the Trailblazer community. So we all are part of Trailblazer community. So we all are Trailblazers. So who are part of Trailblazer community is Trailblazer. So we are the learners. We are uh, lifetime learners. So basically, anybody who is into Salesforce ecosystem is Trailblazer. Even not in Salesforce, also is the Trailblazers. Like I feel everybody who is trying to help somebody learn something new, is a Trailblazer. That's the definition of Trailblazer, part of Salesforce or not Salesforce, right? So again, we all are Trailblazers and we help this community to grow. So Trailblazer community is for us. We trying to help each other and take them everybody up together. So you can't go up the ladder all alone, right? You need to take other people with you. That's the whole idea behind all these events and all these sessions which we do. Okay, so before I start this video, anybody wants to tell what is Trailblazer community? What do you think is Trailblazer community? What are the different type of Trailblazer community?
In respect of Salesforce,
In respect of Salesforce, Trailblazer community.
like anyone who is just exploring new things in Salesforce.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody who's willing to learn Salesforce,
Mm-hmm.
part of the Ohana.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The folks who already know Salesforce and they are sort of exploring it or educating other folks about it,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
so that they can also inspire other folks.
Yes.
Those people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So everybody who is part of the Trailblazer community group, anybody who is trying to join the Trailblazer community, uh, this is for us and everybody to help us grow. So that's what the whole agenda behind Trailblazer community groups is. So I'll just play this video. अरे तो अपना माउस इधर लेके जाना ऐसे.
The Salesforce Trailblazer community helps customers connect, learn, and blaze trails together. When you become part of the Salesforce family, our Ohana, you join millions of passionate community members that are dedicated to your success. The online community is the ideal destination to visit to get your questions answered fast, where many of the top contributors offer tips and tricks and have a friendly competition on who can make the answers leaderboard. There's also collaboration groups to help new users get started, current admins to grow their skills, or any member to connect on a favorite topic. You can post your ideas for features and help your favorite ideas get prioritized for a future Salesforce release. Then, connect with the community online or in person by joining local community groups. There's even an amazing MVP community that goes above and beyond to help the entire Salesforce Ohana learn and grow. Organizing their own open office hours, Salesforce Saturdays, women in technology user groups, mentorship programs, and more. Blaze your next trail with the Trailblazer community from Salesforce.
Right. So it's everywhere. So we have the Trailblazer community. We are the Trailblazer community. We are meeting in person. So this is in-person type of Trailblazer community group we are doing here. If you go next. Okay, fine. So we will see what are the different ways also. I think maybe after this getting certified. So I'll just talk about uh, what kind of certification anybody should opt for first when they are trying to go is Salesforce administrator. Again, there are a lot of other certifications which you can do as a first certification, like app builder, platform developer. All these are first certification you can do. Administrator is also first certification which you can do. But I feel Salesforce certified administrator is very core, which gives you a lot of strong platform knowledge, gives you start of the Salesforce as a skills, and it's required for most of the different skill areas like administrator certification. If you are doing anything, it's required to have it. Any consultant level certification like Sales Cloud consultant, Service Cloud consultant, all of that have a prerequisite of administrator certification. If you are doing the business analyst certification, that also has a prerequisite of Salesforce administrator. Now, for developer and architect certifications, it's not required. You can skip Salesforce admin certification and directly jump into the app builder and PT1 certifications if you have good knowledge of. But I recommend that everybody should start their Salesforce certification journey with admin certification, because it gives you on a very broader scale knowledge of the platform. Like it will cover everything from beginning of security, user setup, reports, automation, uh, process builders, flows, everything. Like you cannot skip anything if you do admin certification study. So it's a big certification. It's a little bit lengthy to learn in the beginning, but once you start doing it, I think it will give you a good hands-on the Salesforce platform. So that's why I feel it's a good certification start. But if you are more of a marketing developer, you are more on the UI UX design, you are not into that say core Salesforce areas, like you are maybe JavaScript developer, you want to do JavaScript certification on Salesforce, so you can do that. You don't need to do admin certification. You can straight away do JavaScript certified one certification, which has nothing to do Salesforce platform. There won't be any questions. It's purely JavaScript based certification which you can attempt if you are good into JavaScript and you want to showcase that you have the JavaScript certification. I don't think there is any other JavaScript certifications there from the JavaScript community. So maybe you can try JavaScript certification from Salesforce and showcase that you have the JavaScript certification, you know JavaScript by heart and all that thing. I have one of my friend in Letterkenny who did JavaScript certification. He is JavaScript developer, but he did Salesforce JavaScript developer certification. And he felt great. It's a great certification to have. Like it's good learning also. So it's great. You can do other certifications also. Now, if you're preparing for Salesforce administrator certifications, I have done a lot of sessions, part of the Letterkenny community group. We can part of it. You can see those videos. I have also written a short blog about it, how to start, what are the various modules you should learn on the Trailblazer community, on the Trailhead, different trail mixes I have created, which helps you do them in sequence, because there is a lot of content on Trailhead. You might go lost in those lot of modules. So if you need a path to do those modules, which you can get from that blog. Okay, these are the links. Okay, now once you are admin certified, what should you do after you are admin certified? So now you did admin certification, great, congratulations. But now to land up into a Salesforce job, maybe if you don't have at this point, and you did the Salesforce certification just because you wanted to get a Salesforce job, move into IT career, switch your technology from any other technology to Salesforce, then what you can do, you have to do all these areas which are in the red. So you need IT experience, you need communication skills, resume, portfolio, professional network, meet with different Salesforce people which can help you do referrals. You need some real world project scenarios. So all of these are also important part of getting that job. It's not just that you do admin certification and you will land into a Salesforce job very easily. It's not that. It's again tough market. A lot of people, they are doing admin certification back in India and they're expecting that it will easily let them into a job. But again, there are a lot of other areas which you need to cover up, make a good brand of yourself into the Salesforce area as well, and then you can crack some jobs. And definitely you have to prepare for the interviews. You need to have those skill, how to answer those questions, what the interviewer is expecting, and all that help you can get is through the Pivotal Point Trailblazer community group. So all these in-person and online Trailblazer communities where you can get help on all these areas, where you can do networking, you can meet people, all those things you can do part of this Trailblazer community group. So on the Trailhead, you did learning part, you learned the Salesforce, you did certification, everything you did on Trailhead. Now the part of Trailblazer community groups come in picture where you have to achieve all these things. People are ready to help mentor you. People are ready to help you prepare your resume, all those things. So you just need to find out who is the right person who can help you on the Trailblazer community group, and you can take benefit of it. So you have, as we saw on the video as well, so it's online as well as in person. You can definitely join the local community groups, meet with people, network with people, and then they will help you grow into the community. Then you have online community where you can post your questions, get the answers, get those clarifications from the any doubt you have in the super badges, anything in the actual implementation you are doing. You want to learn about some real world scenarios, real project scenarios. You can talk with people. All that you can do on the online community, and definitely you can do meet the Trailblazer community groups on the local community groups and do the networking there as well. Okay. Trailblazer Connect. This is also a great option to network and build up your network with like-minded people. So you have these various career fairs and events happening on Trailhead. So they do virtual career events, career fairs where you can apply for different jobs. You can meet people directly on the Trailhead career fair, post your resumes, and get an opportunity to give an interviews on those different companies. Then you have Trailblazer mentorship program. So every month, one person can be assigned to you as a mentor, and you can ask any questions to him. He will help you prepare your resume, interview skills, whatever you ask him, he will definitely help you. You can do 1 hour session with one person once a month. So that's also great opportunity for people to become mentees and mentors. So if you are in a professional already, you are already working in Salesforce profession, you can also sign up for this mentoring program on Trailhead and become a mentor. It will also add up to your resume, your skills, that you are mentoring this many people. So you can either choose 1 to 3 people in a month, and you have to meet them, help them with their skills. So definitely this is a great thing for or us as a professional as well. And then there is Trailhead for partner community. So all the companies like Accenture, Deloitte, all the partners, they have different Trailhead partner program where they have different learning courses material. So if you are part of any partner company, Salesforce partner company, you can get benefit of, I think TCS is also part of the partner community. So you can get different assets and resources on the partner community, which are really great than the normal resources which are there out for everybody. Okay, these are the various links to be part of the Letterkenny Island Developers Group. So you can join our Trailblazer community on the LKSF Devs. There we post all the sessions, upcoming sessions. So next session is on 25th of September. So you can register to this. You can be part of that. Then we have the chatter group. On the chatter group, we post the presentation slides, all the recordings, everything will be posting on the chatter group. And then we have the LKSF info. This is a Salesforce Academy dashboard. We had this academy which we started back in 2019, I think, and then it didn't. It stopped a bit after the COVID, but I think we would definitely resume this Salesforce Academy again, where we would take up some people and they will try get into Salesforce learning phase. We can do weekly meetups, monthly meetups. We are definitely doing. We can do those sessions and learn Salesforce. And then on social media, you can follow on Facebook, LK Trailblazers, LKSF Devs on Twitter, and then LKSF videos on YouTube. Okay, certification pathways. So for everybody, if you see these are the various Salesforce certifications we have, and there are a lot. So you need to choose the right path which suits your career, your job role, what you are doing at the moment. So the core first 3 you can start off with: administrator, app builder, and developer 1. So these are the first certifications. Anybody can start with these 3. These are the first 3 certifications. But always, as I said, I recommend starting with administrator, then moving to the other 2, which are more developer focused certifications. Now, in the administrators, you can see the below administrator is more the consultant area, the orange one, where you have all these different consultant certifications like Einstein, Tableau, Service Cloud, Sales Cloud, Non-Profit, Education Cloud, all the different out of the box application, they have one certification for it. And then if you talk about the developer pathway, you have platform developer 1, platform developer 2. These are the 2 core developer where if you are a core developer, you will do those. And then these are the blue ones are the architect certifications. For that, the app builder is a prerequisite. And then you can do all the technical architect certifications, system architect, application architect, and the certified technical architect, which is the huge milestone to achieve. Now, if you are on a journey to admin to developer, this is what I think most of the folks are when they do admin certification, moving into the developer journey, move into that area. So that is where how you should target your next two certification as app builder and platform developer one. App builder is basically for a low code developer. Anybody who is into the admin side, they would definitely start doing some low code development stuff like building some flows, creating some apps, pages, tabs, all these little bit of developer work. Anybody starts when they are appointed as a Salesforce admin in a company, right? So then once you know that, you can do those low code automation and some additional things like deploying the change sets, using the metadata deployment, knowing what are the pro code tools like Apex, SQL, all those. You just should know that these exist. These are the things which we can do if you want to write code. So if you have that kind of skills already, you can go for platform app builder. It is almost Salesforce admin certification thing. It has just additionally on top of it, I think a few areas like the deployment is an extra area, and then the app builder section is a separate area where you know how to build the pages on the app builder, dynamic forms, all those things. If you know those things, definitely you should make a move into the app builder certification, which is great addition to have on top of your admin certification. And then when you more advanced move into the programming side of Salesforce, which is the pro code developer, which is platform developer one. It also doesn't require you very hardcore programming skills. It's again, you see 1 year to 2 years of experience person should be able to easily attempt for it. So that's when you know that when to go for the flow and the low code tools, or when to go for the programming tools, right? Writing the Apex, writing the batch job, writing all those things. So those decisions, if you can make, I think you are at this point that you are good for platform developer one certification. You should know some programming concepts like the OOPS concept, basic programming knowledge. You should know how to write Apex and SQL. SQL is the query language, Salesforce object query language for fetching the data from the database. And then you should know the MVC and the Lightning framework. What are the things out of the box available from the Salesforce, and the governor limits, very important. So mostly there would be a lot of questions around governor limits, because you should know when you're writing code, you should know that this is a shared environment. You should not step on each other, and that's where what are the implications of governor limits are mostly, right? So okay, last and final resource, which is you. So you have to own your feature. You have to decide on what is something you are going to take up as a new role, new career role, right? So you have to first prepare on the Trailhead. You prepare everything. Then you should choose the right career role, right? So you should be, if you are more focused on the admin side, not on the developer side, don't go for the developer area. Keep on continuing on the admin, advanced admin, consultant. There are a lot of options there, right? So you can keep doing that. And then you can move to the certification, right? So you have to get certified. So you get certified into Salesforce, do your admin, developer, whatever certification you're doing. And then definitely at a point you have to take some risk, right? It's not always easy. It's not everything comes to you straightforward. Sometimes you have to give up something. Sometimes there would be challenges. So you have to make those calculated risks when you are moving, taking your career. And then this is very important, which I feel you have to give more than what you get. So you should be part of the community, help other people, help learn the things. So it will definitely help give you back those things in a different way. You might not know how, but it will definitely, and it will build a brand in the Salesforce community, a repo you will build. And then again, be part of the Trailblazer community, learn, share with each other, build your network strategically, whom you should be part of it, which can help you get into that next role which you are looking for. And make a mentor, like find a mentor, find somebody who can help you take you into the next role. So that's it, and own your future. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for all the live streaming people joining us on YouTube. Thank you very much. We'll be just ending up the session soon. If you have any questions on the live streaming, people who are joining from live stream, please, you can post it. I will try to answer those questions, and then we'll wrap up or end the live stream, and then we'll keep it for only the physically present attendees here. Thank you. question? I don't know. Oh. Okay. For being architect, which certification is required? Yeah. So for architect certification, also you need to first complete the admin certifications. Basically, you have to have the admin certification. Once you do the admin certification, you have the pathways where you would do other certifications, like you would be you would be doing the designer certifications, like identity certification, deployment. So all these different pathways you have for the application architect and the system architect. Once you complete those system and application architect, you go for the technical architect certification, which is a review board exam. It's a long journey getting into the architect certification, but yeah, definitely the starting certification I would say is the app builder and platform developer one. These are the core certifications which you would be doing if you are moving into the architect journey. So you should at least know basics of the admin and basics of the developer before you become an architect. Any other questions? Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining on live stream, YouTube. Thank you very much.